It has turned out to be a pretty soggy evening for many of us. We're tracking those storms making their way through the region. You can see a really nice view of those storm clouds off into the distance in Carbondale. The roadways are pretty wet and still some big raindrops falling as well behind that big storm that's moving through. So again, a lot of lightning and heavy rainfall expected as we head through the evening hours. So if you're heading out to any firework events, just make sure you're keeping an eye on that radar. Lightning can strike quite a ways out ahead of a thunderstorm. We've seen that several times so far this evening. So if you hear that thunder, make sure you're going inside. Closer look at southern Illinois. Widespread rainfall falling through Hamilton County back into Jefferson, down into Franklin, through parts of Perry, Jackson counties. Where we're seeing the strongest activity, though, is right along Route 13 in Williamson County, and then further south towards Vienna. You've got some pockets of very heavy rainfall and a lot of lightning moving through. Dry still out ahead of that line, but that's going to continue to work its way eastward, so it will be pushing through southern Saline County into Hardin, Pope, and down into Massac counties. That's coming your way here within the next 30 minutes to an hour. This activity does extend a bit further to the south. You've got the spotty showers and thunderstorms extending all the way to about Sikeston. And then you have this other pocket here through Wayne County. So just off to the south and east of Piedmont, heavy rainfall and lightning. A couple of these storms did produce severe thunderstorm warnings. At this point, we don't have any severe warnings on the board, but if one of those did gain strength, we could see some strong gusty winds out of this. Temperature wise, there is a good thing from these storms. We're talking about a brief cool down when they move in, where we've seen some of that rainfall. Temperatures have dropped back into the 70s, giving us a little bit of relief. But out ahead of that, still seeing some of us in the 90s, 92 in Harrisburg, Sikeston, 91 in Union City and Kennett. After we get through this evening, we're talking about 2 more rounds of storms as we head into your Thursday. Some of this will linger into early Friday, and then finally, by the time we get to the weekend, we will start to dry out. So we've got that boundary pushing south across the region that extends all the way back from Ohio through Indiana and of course through our region into Missouri. Scattered storm activity continues through the evening hours. We should start to get a break around 11 o'clock midnight, but it's not going to be very long. Storms will start to move in from the north and west by about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Those storms push through, continue through the late morning hours on Thursday. Here's the good news. This is a look at about 3 o'clock. We should dry out in the afternoon. The chances drop off. Now there's still isolated storms across the region, so you could still get caught in a storm tomorrow afternoon, but the chances will be much lower. This will be that chance for a break in some of the activity. Our next round then starts to move in late Thursday night into early Friday. If this continues to stay late enough, we may actually get some of those fireworks shows in, which would be really nice. That starts to move through the late Thursday into Friday morning, and then we dry out as we head later in the day Friday. Keep that Storm Track 3 app around. We'll finally see those drier conditions by the weekend. Saturday and Sunday look pretty nice. We'll see cooler temperatures behind this as well. So by Saturday, partly cloudy, 85. We start the day in the 60s. Unfortunately, it's pretty soggy up until then, but if you don't get to celebrate Thursday or Friday, there's Saturday and Sunday.
And Saturday and Sunday are looking pretty good at this point. Maybe
really
a little on the warm side, but
yeah,
it looks dry at least.
Much better than the rain.
That's true. All right, thank you, Jacie.